A very good morning to all of you children. Last class we have discussed the acceleration due to gravity and how it is related with gravitational constant, and we have derived a relation that G is equal to GME by RE square. So very important relationship, that acceleration due to gravity depends on gravitational constant, mass of the earth and radius of the earth. Now today we will discuss variation of acceleration due to gravity. Variation of acceleration due to gravity. So as you know that acceleration due to gravity on the surface of earth is 9.8 meter per second square as we have calculated, but this value is not always constant at all the places. This is because the radius of earth is not constant, or it is not equal at all the places, because it is not a perfect square. And if it is not a perfect square, the shape is like this. So if you consider from the center of the earth, here you will find that these distances, suppose this is O and B, so OA is not equal to OB. It is not a perfect square. So radius is at poles it has a little bit more radius, and equator less radius. So this is a little bit flat, not perfect square. Now the flattening of earth at the poles at all the places on its surface are not at the same distance from its center, and so the value of G varies. So it is maximum at the poles and minimum at the equator. You write this line, write a sentence: the value of acceleration due to gravity, the value of acceleration due to gravity is not constant at all places on the surface of the earth, this is due to the fact that the earth is not a perfect sphere. This is due to the fact that the earth is not a perfect sphere. So the value of radius is not same. So the value of radius, in bracket you can write R, capital R, is not same at all the places on its surface. Then change the paragraph and write, since the radius of earth at the poles is minimum. As we have drawn the diagram, radius earth is flat a little bit, and you know this is north direction, this is south direction, this is east and west. So these portions are pole, and so the distance of pole from the center of earth is minimum. So write, since the radius of the earth at the poles is minimum, the value of G is maximum. The value of G is maximum at the poles. The value of G is maximum at the poles. Next sentence. Again, the radius of the earth. Again, the radius of the earth is maximum at the equator. So if we consider this one from the center of the earth, so you see at equator these distances are large distances, OC and OD. So in comparison to this one is large. At equator radius is more. So write, the radius of earth is maximum at the equator, so the value of G is minimum at the equator. So the value of G is minimum at the equator. So in NCERT book, a question is based on this concept. I think I have given this question to you. Okay, we will discuss it again. This is on page 144 of NCERT book, question number 10, that Amit buys few grams of gold at the poles as per the instruction of one of his friends. He hands over the same when he meets him at the equator. Will the friend agree with the weight of the gold bought? If not, why? And in hint it is given the value of G is greater at the poles and than minimum at the equator. So as you know, weight is also a force, and weight is equal to m into G, mass of the object into acceleration due to gravity. We will learn about it in mass and weight topic. So if you think about it, so at poles what will happen? At poles G is minimum, as we have learned now, because at poles radius is less. So actually the formula for G is this much. So if this denominator is less, then G is maximum. G is maximum at poles, since R is less. So if G is maximum, so at poles weight will be, if we take weight at pole, it will be more. And what will happen at equator? Look at this expression again. G is equal to Gme by Re square. At equator radius is large. Radius is large, it means denominator we have large value of denominator. Re is more, so G will be less. So G is less at equator, since Re is large. So what will happen? Weight at equator will be, the same formula m into g, but at equator g is less. So if g is less, it will be more, and here we have written wrong, I think. G is maximum at poles. So G is maximum at poles. So why G is maximum? Because radius is less. So its weight will be more. And here G is less at equator, since R is large. So here it will be less. So in this way you can uh, answer this question, that since the value of G is maximum at poles, and if value of G is maximum at poles, then weight will be more, and if value of G is less at equator, then weight will also be less. So his friend will not agree with the weight of gold. He will not agree because the weight will vary. Now another important topic that we will discuss today, that difference between gravitational constant and acceleration due to gravity. This is also an important question. So you make column to write the difference. Left side we have taken acceleration due to gravity. That is small g. Right side gravitational constant. Capital G. So first point will be their definition. So define acceleration due to gravity. As we have learned that acceleration produced in freely falling bodies, or the acceleration produced due to gravitational force of the earth, is called acceleration due to gravity. So write the definition. Acceleration produced in falling objects due to gravitational force of the earth is called, I am not writing acceleration due to gravity, is called small g. Acceleration produced in falling objects due to gravitational force of the earth. Then we have to define gravitational constant. So gravitational constant is simply recall that in one class we have discussed that F is equal to G m1 m2 by d square, and I am saying that since m1 is equal to m2 is equal to 1 kg suppose, and d is 1 meter, then in that case F is equal to G. So we can say that gravitational constant is numerically equal to the force of attraction which exists between two masses of 1 kg each, separated by a distance of 1 meter. So write this definition, that gravitational constant is numerically equal to the force of attraction which exists between two masses of 1 kg each and separated by a distance of 1 meter. So in this way you can define uh, gravitational constant and acceleration due to gravity. Second, you can write SI unit. SI unit of acceleration due to gravity is meter per second square. And in case of gravitational constant, what will be the SI unit? It will be Newton meter square. Newton meter square per kg square. Third, you can write acceleration due to gravity varies from place to place. Now we have seen it depends on radius of the earth, so we can say that it varies from place to place. And here we can write G is constant throughout the universe. G is constant throughout the universe. Then what are the other differences? We have written the unit, and you think about more differences. If you will think, you will get the answers. So giving this part as a homework. Three differences I have written, and two more differences you will write. Okay. Now we will discuss the next topic, that is equations of motion for freely falling bodies. I think you will, if you will go through the book, you will be able to write the differences, the fourth difference and the fifth difference. It is not so tough, isn't it? So children, you will complete this task, and then we will discuss a very important topic, that is equations of motion for freely falling bodies.